There are 4 types of player when it comes to Football Manager. Type A, the Godfather. Type B, the Baldric. Type C, the Holt. And Type D, the Squidward. Which one are you? Which one is best? What the hell are we talking about? We are going to take you through a few common scenarios in the game and explain exactly what we mean and why we've chosen this eclectic group. There is a lesson to be learned here, but I'll be frank with you, it's mainly a bit of fun. So buckle up as we take you through FM Immortal's Football Manager personality test. Starting with transfers then, and Type A players, the Godfathers. You can pretty much guess which clip I'm going to use for this one, right?
I'll make him an offer he can't refuse.
Type A players will get their players early, no messing about. The first bid submitted is always accepted. But Type A's can also be cutthroat when it comes to getting rid of players. If someone's made a mistake, they will be left out in the cold. Type B players, the Baldrics, hope that every transfer works out and they'll happily commit to mandatory future fees for loanees that they bring in. Type C players take after Captain Raymond Holt from TV's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. They are meticulous and methodical in transfer negotiations and look to get the best value out of every exchange, taking their time whilst doing so if it requires. Type D players though don't enjoy transfer windows whatsoever, as they feel like the game is against them and rigged to ensure they lose all their best squad members. They'd rather disable transfers if they had a choice and stick to the squad that they start with. If you are a Squidward, you probably should check this video out. As for pre-game tactics, Godfathers amongst you will focus on controlling your opponents. Intimidation and disruption are your greatest allies, and you complement these dirtier approaches with mind games in the pre-game press conferences too. The Baldrics amongst you will throw caution to the wind and change your tactic up with every single game. It certainly keeps the opponents on their toes, and to hell with tactical familiarity, right? The Captain Holtz amongst you will focus on your own style of play, which is regimented and adheres to your training schedule. Everybody knows their roles and everybody is played in their favourite positions. Whilst the Squidwards on the other hand, the default tactic, check. The quick pick team button, click. No need to fix what isn't broken, until you lose a match of course, and then you get the custom OP tactic envy. If your team goes a goal down though, Type A's will jump straight into the team shouts.
I want you to use all your powers and all your skills.
Now be it through fear or respect, the Godfathers are by their very essence motivators, so this can yield results. Type B's though, well, over to you Baldric.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Type C's don't make knee-jerk decisions. They trust the process and they let the side react themselves before they intervene. Type D's blame the game and its many biases. They'll make a few rash decisions, but perhaps not the most informed ones, subbing off whoever they think is letting the side down most as soon as that scoreline changes. I will hold my hands up here and say I'm very guilty of this. As for team talks, Godfathers hone in on complacency. They'll tell their team to ignore any recent praise by the media, and you can bet that they will hit that "we owe this team" button faster than you can say "revenge is a dish best served cold." Baldrics hand their team talk over to the assistant managers because they believe in their coaching staff unconditionally. Raymond Holtz, on the other hand, learn which responses have inspired their team in the past, so motivating them accordingly based on the current state of affairs. They will also talk to individuals in order to maximise motivation and their effectiveness. Occasionally though, they will say something that falls flat, due to the persistence with communications.
Come on, people, hit the dance floor, have a good time. Why is no one having a good time? I specifically requested it.
Squidwards simply don't like talking to their squad.
I hate all of you.
In team talks, team meetings, or on an individual level, they wish the game was purely the football and none of the comms that goes with it. They won't therefore pay attention to which prompts they're clicking, and they will have the same pre-game rituals which become habits over time. I'll go from balance to positive.
How original.
And tackle harder.
Daring today, aren't we?
When dealing with player complaints, Type A's tend to keep their promises, but if a player approaches them with a demand, such as a new contract, the Godfather doesn't cave to player pressure and may give them the kiss of death before dropping them to the B team or handing them a free transfer. Ruthless. Type B's, on the other hand, agree wholeheartedly with their players and back down from any confrontation. Keep a happy squad happy. Type C's sensibly delay promises, contract offers and are equally keen to avoid confrontation. Raymond Holtz make use of the game's inbuilt cheat code, that dynamics and hierarchy feature that we keep coming back to on FM Immortal. This is key to basing judgments on and ensuring no influential player is negatively impacted by Raymond Holt's actions. Type D's will just audibly sigh, ask the club captain for a favour from time to time,
Here, please hit me as hard as you can.
and simply hope that the problems will go away after a few days. So which of the 4 FM player types do you think you resonate with the most? Which sounds like the makings of a successful football manager? Well, those of you familiar with personality tests may have already spotted a few themes here. You see, what we've actually done is find pop culture examples of famous idealists, optimists, realists and pessimists, and the answer with all of these types of personality insight is that no one outcome is the best. Instead, it's good to have a blend of optimism and pessimism in your game. Absolutely assume the worst of the game if it means that you're going to pay more attention to the smaller details that might turn a shock draw result against a bottom of the league team into a comfortable win. It's equally good to have virtues and principles that guide you through this game, like the Godfather, but staying grounded and knowing that transfer listing your player because he's made a mistake isn't likely going to help you win your next match, and that is the kind of beneficial realism that Raymond Holt can bring to the table. I've painted Baldrick in a bit of a stupid light, but optimism is essential in this game if you want to enjoy it. Giving a youth player a shot in the first team when you have injuries galore, or trusting in your tactics to eventually pay off when you've conceded an early goal or two and you're worried that you've got everything wrong. It's always best to believe, and hatching your own cunning plans is what makes Football Manager the most fun. So go be whoever you want to be, but take a little of Don Corleone, Captain Holt and Squidward and Baldrick too with you. Hope you've enjoyed this one, guys. Let me know who you think you are most like down in those comments. I'm going to be honest and say I'm probably somewhere between types A and D, but that'll wrap it for today. So until next time, my friends, adios.